Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So I just wanted to show you really quick my journals from January, getting them all set up, and pretty much books and shows and those things. I already showed you all the decks. I didn't show you my tarot journal, but I'll show you that too from January. So strap in, let's get started. Just joking. All right, so in the good notes, let's see. So this is my actual just like basic journal, okay? And it was one that I purchased off of Etsy, and I liked it, so I wanted to do something a little bit different than what I had done last year. I just like to shake things up a little bit, change things up a little bit. So the first thing that I did in January is go through and set up my journals. And how I did that was, first of all, you can see all of these dots that I put on here. Well, these are all the new moons. The blue ones are the new moons, the dates of the new moons. The red ones are the dates of all of the full moons throughout the year. And then the yellow dots are when the sun moves into another sign. So the sun moved into Capricorn on January 20th. And you'll see Capricorn down here. February 14th, we move into Aquarius. March 10th, we move into Pisces. April 21st, we move into Aries. So I essentially set that all up ahead of time. Now, I'm not sure. I think you can click on it. Yep. And it takes you to my January 11th, which was the new moon in Sagittarius, and just what I did there. So we can go back to 2024. I can click on, yeah, I didn't do anything. The dailies, I don't always. So, and then the full moon. There was the full moon. Oops. So we'll go into January planning. So this is just the rundown of the month at a glance, appointments that I had, full moon, differences in astrology, things that are changing, blah, 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 holidays, birthdays, you name it. So so I have like a little thing down here. This is calendar. Then overview and review. So here was my overview of January. So I completed another deck. I'm not sure which video you're going to see first, but I'll just show you a glance. It's called the Divine Divination Companion Deck, which you'll see a picture. That's the title card. Here it is, the title card. I don't have great lighting right now because of turning it off for this, but this is the deck. It's 128 cards with the title card. These are the backs. It's the infinity sign or the lemniscate. So, if you haven't seen it already, you will be soon. Did the giveaway. I reorganized a lot of my witchy room. I finished all of the new moons for 2024 and all of the full moons for 2024. Did charts for them and gave them to all of my group members over at Amethyst Ascension Family Group on Facebook. So they already have what is actually in the sky, if they choose to, to use that information. I completed my astrology planner, which I'll show you that in a minute. I signed up for a couple of classes, astrology masterclass and a Lenormand class. I got my wheel of the year. I got my spirit board and my wooden chest. My top priorities for this month were getting my planner set up, doing my astrology planner, doing the channel giveaway, and finishing the deck, which I did all of those things. The books that I finished and or am reading, I finished A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is the 4th, I believe. I do have the 5th book in the Court of Thorns and Roses, but I just haven't started it yet. I've been so busy reading some other stuff. Gate and Key Sidereal 13 Astrology. I did finish that. From the Omens of Babylon, I'm reading that. Chaldean Numerology, which seems... I mean, it's kind of early to say this, but it seems more... I resonate more with, from what I'm seeing so far, Chaldean versus Gregorian numerology. I mean, Pythagorean. I'm also reading Babylonian Star Lore. Unlocking the Secret Language of Tarot is another one I'm still working on reading for a review. It's been a difficult one for me to get through, which I'll talk about that when I do the review. Astrology in Ancient Mesopotamia, that's another one. There's some other decks that are, some other books that I've added to that. I just didn't put it in this. Decks that I did get. I finished the Divine Divination Companion deck. I did get the Influence of Angels Tarot, which I forgot to mention. I received some Kickstarter decks and some review decks, which you guys have seen. I did update my 13 sign astrology deck, and I updated my Geomancy figures deck, which you guys you guys have seen both of those as well. The shows that I watched, which are and or movies and or series. So Meg 2, that was pretty good. My husband loves shark stuff, so we watched that one. It was pretty good. Rebel Moon, that one was really good. Very much enjoyed that. Fool Me Once, I don't remember what that is. I don't remember offhand what that is. Monarch Legacy of Monsters, that was really good. That's with Kurt Russell and his son in real life with Goldie Hawn played a younger version of him. This is about like Godzilla and other monsters like that. And it was just really good. It was a series on Apple, I believe. Another series that I watched, I think this was the 3rd season, was the Umbrella Academy. I think it's the last season. It was either the 3rd or 4th. I can't remember, but I think it was the last. I finished that, and I thought it was really good. My Life with the Walter Boys, that was, I can't remember. I think that was, it was either Amazon. I think it was Netflix. That was pretty good. And Surviving Summer. That was on Netflix, I believe. I could be wrong. I watched just a bunch of different ones. And I thought that was really good. These were series. These were all series. Fool Me Once. I don't remember what that was. If you remember, well, I'm probably going to look it up after this video anyways, because now it's bothering me. But so what was the last thing? So accomplishments. Started the new year. That's always an accomplishment, making it to another year, right? Setting up my 2024 planner, created a new deck, updated astrology deck, updated all the stuff that I pretty much talked about. Tracked entire year of celestial movement, started TikTok, turned 53. What worked? This month has felt so freeing and empowering with no longer doing a tarot practice that is so structured and truly allowing me my life to organically guide me. I also loved the new way of doing my year ahead with the envelopes. Oh, I love that so much. That was a brilliant idea from Lisa. Yes, it was. And I can choose at what point each month I open up the envelope, the beginning, middle, or end of the month, which is just perfect, depending on how I'm feeling, right? Difficulties and challenges. In the beginning of the month, I feel like I was still getting better and building up my immunity again, because of being so sick in November and December. Just really, you can see. These were like important events, which was the birthday giveaway, my birthday, of course, planner setup, created new deck, did all of the new moon and full moon charts for the group, the astrology masterclass, and the mentorship, because what I purchased was an actual mentorship as well. So not only the class, but like 12 like one-on-ones with my teacher, and then the Lenormand class. Best moments, oh my gosh, that had to have been when I went to lunch with my hubby. He took the day off of work for my birthday and just treated me. I mean, we went to lunch, we had dinner out. I didn't do any cooking, nothing. No, it was just wonderful. He took me to my metaphysical store that I love, just spoiled me. And then while we were at the restaurant at lunchtime, a friend of ours came over, and I haven't seen her in years, so she scooted me over. We were in a bench or booth, and she scooted me over and sat down for a couple of minutes. We talked. It was so wonderful seeing her. Improvements to make. I'm definitely feeling a bit of deck overload at the moment. If you guys seen my massive haul video that I did for January, yeah, it was a bit overwhelming to me. I have taken in so many decks from various sources and really want to start spending more time with each one individually. However, not feeling pressure to. No guilt, no shooting myself. I also want to find more time for reading and writing. Next month, I want to do some more things for fun, which I will show you already what I have been doing, as well as prioritizing what is the most important for me right now. And so I think that's it. So also, if we click on these are the weeks. So another thing that I have done is follow and track the moon every single day, what sign it's in, what percentage it's in, what phase it's in. That's another part of setting up my journal this year. Now that we're going to February. And I have only done through March 3rd, which I'll go back and, update more as we get closer to the end of the month. But I did go through and track towards the end of December, beginning of January, and track all the movements in my software, in my true Sidereal software that I run charts with. And I tracked every planet individually. I mean, down to the minute. I didn't put it in here. I don't feel like I needed to, but down to the minute of when things change over. Planets move into a different or move into direct or station direct. You know what I mean? And so I did that for every planet for the entire year. And I also took pictures of these and gave it over to my group on Amethyst Ascension Family Group on Facebook, so that they all had privy to all this information as well. And then these are all the dates that the sun moves into another sign. I did send this over to them as well. These are all the full moons and new moons, or full moons and new moons. However, I probably should have put what they were, because not everybody knows those symbols. I do, but not everybody does. So that was that. So my tarot journal for January, one thing that I did do is I went and I'm using my actual, the first tarot journal that I created. I decided to go back to that this year. So instead of the vintage looking one, I wanted to do like the white paper this time and just change things up a little bit. Oops. So those are the different areas that I have for different kinds of stuff. But here's my January. So what I did was I got these really cool stickers that kind of show like the progression of like landscapes, especially in my area where I live. So I went through and did that at the beginning of every single month. That was also part of my setting up my digital journal for the entire year. And these are the actual dates for everything. I don't really use them too much in my tarot journal because I use it more in my regular journal. But I thought it looked really cool and a good way to start out my month. So, one thing, these were everything that I got in my envelope for the month. Oops. So I did my write-up of that for January. And then the new moon in Sagittarius, I used the Dream of Nile Tarot. This is the witch one. I forgot to write down the names of all. I need to go back and do that. The Witch Sister Tarot. Fifth Element spread. This is a spread that's out of my Love of Spreads Oracle deck. So I also used the Love of... No, what was it? Oh, Dream of Nile Tarot. There we go. I did put it in there. I love that deck. It's so friggin' gorgeous. Here's another one I did with me and my hubby. Soulmate spread, which is another one that is out of my Love of Spreads Oracle deck. Here is the interview spread that came with the Tarot of a Moon Guardian. So I did that one. Here is the Chatelaine spread. This came in the, what's the name of that? Divine Angels Oracle deck that I had cut down, and I showed that in December, I believe. So I did that particular spread with that. And then I did the full moon in Cancer spread. This was also from my Love of Spreads Oracle deck. And again, I used the the Dream of Nile Tarot. It is so stunning. Oh my gosh. And then the interview spread, because I am doing the, this is from the Awakened, or what is the name of that? Did I put it on here? No, like a dingbat, I didn't. The Awakened Oracle or whatever that I'm reviewing for Ethany. So I'm going through and doing all of the spreads. I did a few of them towards the end of January, and I'm working on my the Awakened Soul Oracle deck, I believe. And these were all three spreads from that particular deck, which I just loved. And now we're into February. And so I will show that in my February. So what else? I think that's it, you guys. Fool me once. I don't remember what that is, but that's really irritating me now. So I just wanted to show you really quickly how I set up my planner. If you are interested in knowing what the actual placements of, you know, the planets and the sun and the moon and all that throughout the year of 2024, and you are not a member, down in the description, you will see a link to my Facebook group where you can join, and it's right in the actual files that you can obtain all the information that I compiled over a few weeks period of time, going through it, you know, minute by minute by minute, in order to find all of the placements for everything for all of my members. So if you're interested, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. And I use True Sidereal Astrology, and I use midpoint calculations, which more or less midpoint calculations is where on the ecliptic, they take the closest star to the ecliptic in one particular constellation and take the closest star to the ecliptic and the other constellation, and they find the middle point. That seems like the most fair to me. I'm a middle ground, middle path kind of person. So midpoint calculations, those are what all of my charts are based on. So if you're interested in that, go check out the Amethyst Ascension family group. Make sure you do the questions, because if you don't answer the questions and agree to the rules, I don't accept you, period, because it is a safe place for you know, all of the members that are in that group. Something I wanted to show you also that I am doing with my you know, in February to start having fun and stuff is I started a game folder. So I'm playing 2 different games. One is Gardenscapes, which I love. It's so fun. And I'm just like building, and I've played this before on my phone, but I like it on my iPad a little bit better. So that's it. You just play like rounds like this. I'm not going to pass it because I don't have any good stuff or anything. So, I mean, any of the like bombs and stuff that you need in order to like crack all of these. So it's not going to work. So okay, so let me show you the other game that I'm playing, which is SimCity. I used to play this all the time back in the day, and I've been playing this on my iPad, and it's extremely addictive. I like, I'm a governor, right? Or a mayor. That's what I am. I'm a mayor. I like that you can go, this is my city so far. I just started playing it maybe like 5 days ago. But you can get in close. So I had to build up all of these. And you just like produce certain things like metal, wood, plastics, seeds, and what is this? Some sort of mineral, right? And then you can sell stuff globally too, which I sold some stuff. And you get cargo shipments, which I've got some coming. It's just fun. And then you can produce with like the metal, you can, you know, like stuff for building, like nails and wood planks. And then from there you can make hammers and stuff like that. And from the vegetables or from the seeds, then you can do, you know, like that. So now I have those in progress. If I want to sell some of them, which I do, to make money. So I'm making money for, So I'm making money for my city so that I can buy other things like improvements, better roads, transportation. It's more or less just like city planning. I don't know why I like it so much. I've always liked this kind of stuff in building and building up cities and landscaping. And anyways, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by my dogs. I don't understand why I like this stuff. I just do. It's like micromanaging, right? So thank you for spending this time with me, and I am sending you love always.